Ah, the year 2003. What is there to remember about 2003? Let's see.
The start of a PlayStation 2, I guess.
Yeah, there was
That was
just
2000.
Damn it. Well,
X-Men
whatever.
2!
Alright, the subject of today.
Sorry, folks, I can't think of much when it comes to 2003. Yes, I'm
Well,
probably...
well, that was Daredevil. The Daredevil movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I got it. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Dear.
Despite League of Extraordinary Gentlemen being more similar to a superhero story, Alan Moore is a weird way of writing. In terms of proper superheroes, yes, we were having the Spider-Man Sam Raimi movies, these ones, the X-Men Fox movies, and some weird side projects like Daredevil or Elektra.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've established that superhero-wise, 2003 wasn't the brightest of times, except for one beacon of light. That is X-Men 2. Granted, by this time, the superhero genre was back on the mend, thanks to the likes of...
Or X2 X-Men United.
Yes,
it was a
yes.
chaotic time period, to say the least.
Basically, while superhero movies were on the mend, like Teo said, it was very chaotic. Superhero movies cannot decide whether or not they wanted to be flashy and colorful or dark, deep, and depressing. We needed a good middle ground, which the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy for the most part established, but also X-Men provided as well. Well, maybe not so much with the first movie, but definitely with the second movie. They enter in X-Men 2 United. We can talk more about this movie later if this intro's gone long enough. So basically, here's the drill. Start at the Fox logo. I almost said Disney logo, but yeah.
Well, I wonder if in future release will be changed, so in case I will just notice when the proper movie starts.
Yeah. Okay then, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, click.
So yeah, so basically we were watching a Disney movie now.
Yeah, even though this logo says 20th Century Fox, like, I wonder if maybe they'll add the Disney Castle to this 20th Century Fox logo.
Nah, I mean, well, granted, this is mostly because they've released a few films and they've only just done the deal. But so far, the films that have come out after the deal have been just the Fox logo they've been using since 2009.
And here's the Marvel Studios logo. God, if only
just the Marvel one. This is the logo that Marvel used for a long time, even for video games.
And they still use this particular one for films that aren't.
Anyway, there we go. We start properly with narration from Professor X.
Hey,
once again, played by Patrick Stewart.
Space,
you know, Patrick Stewart narrating.
Oops, sorry.
With the Star Trek movies.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because of the day of this recording, they're starting to ramp up the promotion for the new Picard
Yeah,
series.
I've seen the poster.
Why don't they just call it an alright new Star Trek series? Like, why call it Picard?
Because it takes place after...
So yeah, early 2000 the superhero movie. So the title sequence had to be these close-ups of incredibly detailed point at your screen. I'm not even kidding. Everyone were doing it. Hulk was doing it. Daredevil, I think, was doing it. The Spider-Man movies were doing it, and this one was doing that.
Don't you know, Teo, this will be great for the Universal Studios ride.
Thankfully, unlike the previous movie, this one has a much better theme song composed by composer and editor for this film, John Ottman.
You know, I wonder why they never bothered to put a remix of the intro sequence of the cartoon of the X-Men. That was awesome.
It's always such a missed opportunity on those sort of things.
Well, to be fair, this theme's good too.
That Lincoln portrait.
Symbolic. We're starting with a picture of Lincoln. Who was
anyway, in case you're more technical detail, the director was Bryan Singer. The three writers, Zach Penn, David Hayter, and Bryan Singer too.
And the screenwriters were Michael Dougherty, Dan Harris, and...
The score by John Ottman. The budget was 125 millions and grossed to 407.7 millions.
Yeah, and John Ottman was also the editor for this film because he's really good at multitasking.
Weirdly enough, it was actually the first X-Men movie that I watched.
Just your every day at the White House.
That doesn't look like Bush. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have
the
Alan
Nightcrawler smashing through guards with the DSE here in the background. Why?
This is Nightcrawler, played by Alan Cumming.
Huh, Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler. There's so many jokes I can make, the fact that it's Alan Cumming. Hey, Alan. Too busy to be playing Loki?
I was playing Floop.
You know that Alan Cumming would eventually play Loki, just, not the Loki we all know and love.
The crap one, yeah.
Oh, he was the one in Son of a Mask?
Yes, he was Loki in that.
I forgot that.
Alan Cumming has had quite a roller coaster of a career.
Yeah, I can see that.
So yeah,
grown-ups.
Nightcrawler is here to
against assassinate the president.
Yep.
God, no one ever just stops to say hello.
Oop.
Oh, in terms of speaking of actors, Halle Berry had to drop out of a movie that was coming out the same year to reprise the role here. Guess what that movie was?
Catwoman.
Catwoman.
The sequel.
No, Jiggly.
Eh?
Jiggly.
Yeah.
Well, never heard of that movie.
Wasn't it the one that ruined the career of
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck?
So Halle Berry dodged a massive bullet. Speaking of dodging massive bullets,
and then she hit another bullet the following year,
which was
Catwoman.
Oh, she hit that one, yeah.
So she avoided one. I haven't seen Jiggly, by the way.
Personal space.
And hit another.
Mind you, it's been a while also since I watched this movie, so I remember only minor technical details. So I don't remember if they explain actually the backstory of Nightcrawler for this continuity.
But yeah, at least that Secret Service agent was
Mutant Freedom now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure President World's gonna
And now we cut to oh sweet Canada.
Because it's Fox, so 90% of their filming has to be Vancouver forests.
Disguised as America sometimes.
Well, to be fair, Vancouver is a very nice place.
Oh, it is. It's just that, you can at some point you can start seeing redundancy.
Speaking of Canada, let's go to everyone's favorite Canadian Australian, Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Once again, played by Hugh Jackman. In the second of his, let me count, 1, 2, 3.
Many.
Origins, First Class, Days of Future Past, Apocalypse.
Logan.
8 appearances.
It really is interesting thinking back to how different times were back then. Like, there was no such thing as the MCU. This was the closest thing to it. Oh, get it? He's staring down a wolf.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
It's almost like the wolf is leading him somewhere.
It's a Logan.
So how much is this set after the first movie? Don't remember.
I think it's like a month or so. Dwibs?
Maybe like a couple of years, maybe. I don't know. It's never really made clear. But all we know is that it definitely takes place after the first one.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, I'm pretty sure they don't explain at least entirely Nightcrawler's backstory because it's rather weird.
The weirdest thing I found is that Nightcrawler shows up for this movie and then just vanishes after this movie.
Did you say he teleports away?
Well, until the
what is this symbolism? What the fuck?
Okay, you added blood.
Another wolf. What the fuck?
Who the heck adds blood to a model in the museum like this?
Actually, a couple actually, in order to symbolize, for example, hunting scenes.
All right, one thing that was changed in regards to in regards to the acting was that Halle Berry dropped whatever the hell accent she was trying to do in the first movie.
Oh God, that's right.
I guess they were trying to make her sound
Hi, Jean Grey.
It won't work So,
Yeah, I forgot if I tell this in the first X-Men movie, but let me just say this. I can't stand Jean Grey, period, in any form. Comic book, cartoon, video game, movie. Sorry, the character itself is just a pain to me.
But Teo, what if we tried de-aging her for Dark Phoenix? Oops, we have a box office bomb even worse than Van Forster.
That'll be a topic for another.
yeah,
Stop, Gene, stop! Okay, here's a weird...
Gina.
So here's a weird new thing.
Here's one of the reasons why I don't like Jean Grey. She's supposed to be a telepath and have some psychic powers. The problem is that she's terrible at using them.
I mean, wasn't she better at this in the first movie? In fact, wasn't that the whole point, seeing as how she had to use Cerebro in Xavier stuff? But now she has
I get the idea behind it, that she needs the help of Professor X to hone her skills and have him as a mentor figure and potentially also as a substitute parental figure to her upbringing. But dude, you can write Jean Grey to have her some minor competency without having to resort to the Phoenix Force.
Yeah, okay, folks, here's the thing. Even though people like this movie the best, even they'll agree that Jean Grey is still kind of the weak link in a lot of things. I'm sure her character development is going great places.
you still have Cyclops with a broomstick stuck up his ass, but it's much more bearable than her.
They're out of fries.
Oh, great! Stereotypical bullies. I wrote.
Oh, goody! That guy.
Oh, Pyro! Yeah, I remember him.
For those who are comic book fans, you may remember that Pyro is a bad guy, but here, he's actually a student here. I expect only good things to happen. Oh, hi, Rogue.
You know what's the interesting thing is that Pyro is a mutant, but he's basically a firebender from Avatar: The Last Airbender, the movie. He cannot produce fire of his own, but he needs a source, but if he has it, he can manipulate fire as much as he wants.
Get this, though. Here, he's friends with Bobby. Get it? Iceman and Pyro. Would you believe people ship these guys? Oh.
No. Smoking is bad for you. that face.
Oh no.
Did I do that?
Even though some... Wait, I thought I saw that woman blink. Yeah, it's the not yet perfected Matrix effect shot. Actually, was the Matrix out around this time? Yeah, it was. I think.
It was about to. Any meter now?
God crap, what did I do?
Bobby, you froze time, dang it.
Oh.
Or maybe not. You gotta love
it's
that
Professor X, the one loving to be.
Yeah. So, is like everyone just standing there still until Xavier lets down his mental force or something?
Well, he's not hurting them, I know that much. But, not yet, he ain't.
Oh.
Oh, there you are.
Well, that happened. Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, a.k.a. the most attacked place in New York.
Yeah.
Well, that's because we don't have the Avengers Tower yet.
I mean, you know, even the Avengers Tower doesn't get attacked nearly as much. Like, what is with that school?
Yeah, I would say, in the comics, it's the same. The X-Mansion gets attacked and demolished and rebuilt so many times.
So, yeah, Cyclops obviously thinks that Magneto's behind this, but Professor X is unsure as he feels that Magneto doing this would kind of hinder his goal as opposed to helping it.
This was
also, wasn't Magneto? Oh no, I think he ran away at the end of the first movie.
No. Magneto got incarcerated.
Yeah, so now technically he's in the plastic prison. Okay.
Not only that, but Xavier, you think Magneto wouldn't do the stuff? You're gonna be disappointed when X-Men 3 comes about.
And now we have another new arrival on the scene. Colonel William Stryker, played by Scottish actor Brian Cox.
Huh. Oh, Brian, enjoy your career. It's going to be great.
It's not.
Funny enough, 3 years before, he was in a TV movie about the Nuremberg trials.
And yet later he'll be playing second fiddle to Adam Sandler.
Back then in the 2000 Nuremberg film, he played Goering.
So here's the thing. He's a little suspicious that Kennedy here seems to have changed his opinion on mutants. Rather surprisingly.
He's played by the same actor. Yeah. Robert Kelly is once again played by Bruce Davison, although, as we've seen in the first film, he turned into a puddle.
Yeah.
But that's weird. He's alive here.
Joe, what do you think of Brian Cox's American accent?
Let me get a good listen. Sounds like he's doing one of those stuck-up American accents. Which...
Yeah.
Well, he's playing a colonel.
It's like Whitley in Portal 2. I'm speaking with an accent that's beyond the range of hearings.
Yeah. Singer casted Brian Cox because he was a fan of his performance as Hannibal Lecter in a movie called Manhunter that was
basically
back in 1986.
The original, one of the original stories based on Hannibal Lecter.
Before, Anthony Hopkins.
The Anthony Hopkins one, yeah.
Which is weird because Anthony Hopkins is
actually asked the actor who played the protagonist for the original CSI series for a long time. I forgot who he's called.
Oh, so basically the president said, go ahead and get him, but no killing.
Of course.
Please.
But we're America, we need to shoot things.
No killing.
Yuriko? That name sounds familiar.
She's played by an actress named Kelly Hu. I don't know how you say it.
I think I heard that name. Let me check her filmography. Oh, she's in the Scorpion King. Beautiful.
Joy.
Uh-oh. Came out a year before this film did.
But no, after that, her career has mostly been... After this movie, her career has mostly been meh.
About that, Striker. Yeah, we'll get to see that when we get to Days in Future Past.
Yeah, see the eyes then.
Boy, a lot of this stuff is really awkward in hindsight when you think about the sequels. Yeah, that's right. Iceman and Rogue have a thing going
apparently are a thing.
Also awkward in hindsight.
Also, oh boy, Rogue, my favorite.
Now, mind you, I can understand if they wanted to skip the entire backstory of Rogue being a villain, then being converted, especially because you don't have access to the character of Miss Marvel, now Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, in order to justify her turn to good, and especially Ron Space Knight, because that was a part 2. So I can see the backstory being simplified and her starting as a good person. To begin with, it's just that these movies just don't get her. She's like Jubilee in the cartoon.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what they made her out to be, despite the fact that we actually have Jubilee in this universe.
But you know what's the sad thing? I kind of like the Jubilee in the cartoon. She was kind of a guilty pleasure.
Oh yeah. I grew to like Jubilee.
Well, she was. Remind you, that doesn't justify the fact she was a whiny damsel in distress 90% of the time. Still not as bad as Jean Grey, mind you, but,
They did get her better in later seasons of the show, but yeah, she still did have that issue.
I think she's been devampirized right now.
Oh, yes. She's no longer a vampire, last I heard. And she has her powers back, I believe.
I'll check in the meantime.
Yes, you and Storm, some of those powerful mutants are going away. Nothing could possibly go wrong at this time. Oh.
Last update was for Generation X, number 86, where she loses her vampire power and then instead she gains back her sparkle fireworks power. Or Wolvie. Sorry, Logan. Scott remembers Scott's entire shtick is that he has a broomstick up his ass.
Okay, that was actually a funny
Scott,
exchange.
chill up for a bit. Oh, there we are.
Hey, Gandalf.
Hi, Ian McKellen.
Actually,
Wow.
yeah. Actually,
Hey, Jovah, Saruman managed to find a method of trapping Gandalf and didn't
Effectively.
You know, now that I think about it, weren't all the Lord of the Rings movies pretty much in between the first and second X-Men movies?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Remind me, Dwibs. The first Lord of the Rings came out in 2001, and...
Yeah, the last in 2003.
Did that movie come out before or after this movie?
I think
After.
before. Oh,
Wow.
Return of the King came out in December. This came out in
April and May.
May.
Okay.
Ah, classic music while he injects... Oh!
Something in him.
Yeah, Stryker has a sort of a knowledge against mutants. We'll get more of that later.
Before you guys people know, this is not the same Stryker from the Hulk series.
No. Not in the... Not even the one... worst, when we get to X-Men Origins Wolverine, the young version of Stryker looks nothing like a younger version of this guy.
And then there's the Stryker from Days of Future Past, which looks nothing like this guy, and oh god, this might as well be called Awkward in Hindsight the movie.
Well, the series in general. Mind you, at the time, there was, this is mentioned, there was no concept like the MCU. So movies, even movies that were planning on the long run, didn't plan to have a super strict continuity, you know, aside from, you know, major...
Okay, that was funny.
Your hair.
Not gonna lie, I always do love these interactions between Wolverine and Xavier in these movies.
Well, I reckon you'd... Have you seen Logan, Jovah?
No, I really need to. How is it? Well...
Oh yeah, it's great.
There we go.
I would say I wish that was the end of the X-Men films, but then I remember Deadpool 2, so...
Yeah, Deadpool's a weird thing. It does apparently take place in the same world as the X-Men.
Just on the sideline.
Yeah.
It's lampshaded too.
Not only that, but yeah, Steel Colossus is there. Also, they never introduced the Mega Boom Boom Girl from the first Deadman movie.
Like a Sonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah, seriously, why was she never in any of the X-Men movies after that? Like, she'd have been awesome.
I guess because Fox didn't own the rights to her.
And how ironic that she may actually end up surviving the Disney snap, people are calling it.
Yeah, Alkali Lake. It looked a lot different than what some guy named Skip Woods told me it looked like.
Well, I think it's movies from now.
Yeah.
You know what's sad?
It's the honest thing to me. When I went there just now, it looked like it was on a mountain in Canada near a dam. But for some reason, part of my mind made me think it was in some
What's next, also, that this Sabretooth fellow also looked like a completely different guy rather than a wrestler?
Not just that. Have you heard of this mutant called the Juggernaut?
You know, come to think of it, I think I may have recalled actually stumbling upon that same base that you were at some point back when I could walk, but was still bald for some reason. Although I remember there being some CGI.
Really bad CGI.
Oh yes, the worst, dear friend.
So in case you're wondering, Wolverine is suffering from some sort of amnesia, and Professor X may have a way to, you know, find back what is supposedly his backstory.
Although it can only help him so much.
Yeah.
When I return, though, I expect for nothing bad to happen while I leave my mansion.
You know, the X-Men movies may have done, you know, very questionable things, and sometimes they've been bad, but at the very least they had the decency to not adapt some of the worst X-Men stories, like the one where Onslaught was born. Duh.
Ugh.
Basically, Dwibs, Onslaught is the one of the, according
It's
to
a hybrid of
people,
Professor X and
Magneto, and it's one of the worst things that the comic book industry made in the 90s. Like everyone says that.
Oh God, what was he?
Hmm?
What was Onslaught? I forget.
The fusion between Professor
right,
X and Magneto.
Yeah,
The only positive things that I've seen Onslaught with was Marvel vs. Capcom.
you know what's really sad? It's like, well, Onslaught was such a good idea. Like, seriously, the fusion of Xavier and Magneto. How could you go wrong with that?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hello.
I wonder who this chick is.
Oh, she's
Well,
Yuriko, of course.
Totally.
Has
Me
quite
too.
some nails on her.
Of course, in the White House, people just leave computers open like that.
Wait,
It's
is
like
it-
it's like the Newbury movie. The pair that we commented.
Oh, well, looky.
mistake.
Yeah, once again, played by Rebecca Remigin Stamos.
Don't worry, she'll later be a good guy in the past/future. Oops.
And played by someone who's a bit short.
Oh, okay, so, yeah, that's... I always sounded weird how she could also replicate vocal cords, but I guess that involves the shape-shifting thing.
Yeah.
Also,
There was a teasing at Gambit with the name that bore me. Fuck you, movie.
Oh, poor
Like to say
Gambit.
that the X-Men Fox movies are not generals with the Mutant Gambit.
Interesting. Another thing about Mystique in this movie. In the first movie, it took 9 hours to put all the makeup on Remigin.
Mm-hmm.
This time, it only took 6.
I guess advancements in technology.
What, in 3 years?
You'd be surprised how much technology can advance and march on.
Ooh,
Oh, what's this?
second
William Stryker
Cerebro.
seems to be making another Cerebro.
I wonder.
But Mystique
For what
might want to
he
hurry
was-
up.
Base of operations.
Yeah, Mystique. Yeah, you know,
Classified.
It's never easy.
The password is fucking password.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah. I doubt printers were that fast in 2003.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Well, again, yeah. Okay, to be fair, this is the government, so maybe they use their
Advanced.
resources to make printers go faster.
I guess.
Also, if the password is password, what? Did John Favreau program that?
At least it's not 1111.
Yeah, for the off, it's not exactly a password, but it's a code. But it's a code that the main boss of the first 2 John Wick movies used.
Huh. Oh.
Nothing to see here, nothing to see here, just yourself.
Ooh.
Aye.
You know, it is way too late in the night for me to even be questioning this. So let's go down to Boston.
Boston. Did you mean Vancouver? Boston. I mean, sorry, Boston.
You know, this abandoned church setting actually reminds me of that 2-parter. I think it was 3. I forgot the one that Chuck Austin wrote. I think it was called Holy War.
Another thing about Nightcrawler in this movie is that he has a very strong faith.
Yeah, that's also kind of what happened in the comics for a while. Basically,
Did they
because
retcon that out?
well, I don't remember. Like last I checked, I don't remember if he was still a priest or not. Remember, at the marriage of Deadpool, he was the priest. So.
Even better for the casting, Alan Cumming is actually fluent in German.
Sure, well, that's
Nice.
fine.
He's
In case you don't know,
Scottish-American.
like I said, I forgot if this movie explains, but I highly doubt it. In the comics, at least, Nightcrawler is the son of Mystique and a demon. Yeah, that's why he gets the
You know, it was sort of changed up in the cartoon where he was the son of Mystique and an incredibly mutant racist guy in the cartoon.
Oh, and another thing, Kobayaki.
Oh wait, never mind.
And Kobayaki doing all the comic books and illustrations to perfect his role.
It's very awkward, you see.
Well, he tried to assassinate the.
Oh. Well, it's a Saturday.
Yeah, the transition on the circus poster.
Yeah, that's another reference to when he used to be in the circus. I could see it all of a sudden. Oh, it's one of the masks. Smells too, for crying out loud.
Oh, the horror.
Yeah, like I said, Alan Cummings is like the epitome of roller coaster career. I don't know how he's doing right now.
Let me check.
So yeah, apparently, Nightcrawler doesn't exactly remember.
He was in Spy Kids, not bad.
Oh yeah, it was
Floop.
Floop. Yeah, the talk shows. Oh no, his last major, I believe, was Show Dogs.
Oh, oh God.
He was also in Strange Magic, that Fox movie that Disney had no chance in other than releasing it.
That was a terrible.
And he was also in that Sean Connery movie that, from what I can tell, looks even worse than the last major movie Sean Connery was in.
Really?
Which was it?
He was in a film called Sir Billy.
Okay, don't know.
Wolverine.
I've seen the trailers. The animation looks freaking horrible.
Yeah, most of these doesn't actually happen in X-Men Origins, so yeah.
Again, this might as well be called Awkward in Hindsight, the movie. I mean, yes, I know that technically the first movie also has certain stuff that's referenced, but X-Men 2 as a whole kind of feels like the movie that at the most was trying to set up the most things. Look at that. Okay, not gonna lie, as a kid...
Harry, is that you? You're a mutant, Harry.
I'm a what? So what are you?
Yeah.
So what are you, kid? Psychic? Or are you just a channel changer?
Yeah, a lot of people think that should be my nickname, the Channel Changer.
Get it? He's called Iceman, so he's eating ice cream.
Oh, holy cow. Iceman is quite possibly the most targeted when it comes to a lot of jokes.
What would you rather do? Make ice puns all the time?
I love,
Dr. Pepper, really, of all the product placements.
Hey, Dr. Pepper's nice.
No, I mean, but for Wolverine, of all things.
Here.
And hey, you don't need a freezer when Iceman's around.
Yeah, I guess that's nice.
I gotta say, it's very good of Xavier to be trusting of his school to Wolverine, the guy who he knows the least out of his students. Well, if we can even call him a student, but I digress.
So, yeah,
Professor X is gonna talk to Magneto.
Again, nice bit of detail.
Everything is in plastic.
Yeah, even the wheelchair.
I'll give the Marvel Universe this. When they really actually want to work on it, they can make a good prison to hold people. Doesn't always work still, but they try.
I would say this is better at containing a Marvel supervillain than the Raft.
Oh god, the Raft.
Basically, the Raft is the equivalent of the Marvel Universe when, say, Arkham Asylum or Blackgate Prison in the DC Universe. It gets breached every 5 seconds.
Even though it's supposed to be the state-of-the-art prison.
Maximum security and shit.
Well, Charles, let's just say I had this run-in with the Sauron guy, and it didn't go so well.
William Stryker, Wasn't he played by an Australian?
And now he's being played by
A Scottish.
a Scottish Brit.
Yeah. Oh no, Danny Houston's American. Sorry.
Oh.
So his supposed accent was not an accent.
Well, I think the guy currently
Yeah,
playing
fucked up,
Stryker,
sorry.
Brian Cox, is Brit, isn't he?
Brian Cox is from Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting film here. We got an Australian playing a Canadian. We've got an Englishman playing another Scotsman, Alan Cumming, playing a German.
We have a Scottish bloke playing an American.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, okay, the other one.
And we have Halle Berry no longer trying to put on an African accent.
Egyptian accent.
An accent.
You know, if Storm gets reintroduced in the MCU, you know, as the supporting character for Black Panther, a potential real love interest, and I wonder who she's going to be played by.
It's a shame Halle Berry's too old for the role now, but... Oh, wait, maybe they'll have Halle Bailey play her.
Although, I don't know, Joe, but Halle Berry was pretty good in the action scenes in John Wick 3.
True. Oh, can you imagine if they had Beyonce play Storm?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Magneto, did you tell Stryker everything again?
So what are they doing here?
Betrayal.
Oof.
Oh.
Hey, someone actually remembers that Cyclops' laser is a concussion blast and not a, a piercing laser.
Yeah.
What a novel concept. No, that's the thing, Dwibs. Everyone these days think that the Cyclops laser has the ability to penetrate things, like it's supposedly, like a cutting laser,
Yeah.
but it's not. Also, Rat. Is it the BBC? Oh, National
without her,
Geographic.
the babies are useless. I do believe this may be the Symbolism Network, as
it's the exposition channel.
the babies can't see the killer. Uh-huh. Wow! Perfectly timed for the show.
Hi.
Are you the centipede that the TV show is talking about?
Now
Maybe.
that's just rude.
I was just asking you a question.
Say, do you ever have the feeling like the other shoe's about to drop? Yeah, that's about the sound of it.
Oh,
Hey, Kitty
Well, hi,
Pride.
Kitty Pride.
that's Kitty Pride.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
haha.
thought you on there till the third one.
She has the ability to phase through things.
She was actually there since X-Men 2.
Yeah. Here she's played by a young actress named Katie Stewart.
I guess she'll later.
While in the next movie, she's going to be played by Ellen Page.
Yep.
Who would reprise the role in Days of Future Past.
Oh, jeez. Is
Thank
that
you.
Dazzler?
Wait, no. Dazzler's power isn't super screaming, though. Isn't Dazzler's power kind of just, sparkles?
Manipulating sound waves.
I thought Dazzler's power was sparkles and all that.
No, that's really...
Why you guys just shut up?
Sneaked? Yeah.
That's gonna leave a mark.
We're not at Logan yet, unfortunately. So no.
Yeah, basically, get used to having Wolverine inflict lethal injuries with no single trace of wounds or blood for a long time.
You have to wait till 2017 for that.
I mean, in this movie, it's still fine. The most egregious example on how a rating would have benefit was the Wolverine, So when we'll get to that, you'll see.
I mean, I liked the Wolverine, but yeah, you can definitely tell it's kind of being held back by that. Hey, Steel Colossus!
Jovah, what isn't he? Jovah, I've seen Colossus in some other movies. He's supposed to be a bit bigger.
Yes, I guess he's younger here.
He's getting buffed.
Yeah, because in the Deadpool movies, not only is he played by an entirely different actor, he's bigger in that
Bulky.
film.
He actually has a Russian accent too, unlike in X-Men 3.
That's the thing, though. Daniel Cudmore, who plays Colossus in this film, he was going to use a Russian accent in this film, but for some reason, Bryan Singer dropped the idea.
Does he even speak in this movie now that I think about it? Oh,
Don't
wait,
remember.
Maybe he had maybe he was like, oh god, if Halle Berry can't do an accent, I don't trust anyone to do it.
So apparently this movie got Halle Berry to appreciate the role of Storm more.
Yeah, because after Catwoman flopped, she came back for X3 with a much reduced salary.
Oh, ouch.
What a sad tale.
Well,
A cat's tail.
Remember, she was probably going to quit this series for that quote-unquote planned series.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Steel Colossus spoke.
Wolverine, you're trying to be sneaky.
Yes! Surprise! Let's move, people! We will get Hugh Jackman to return for the MCU under any means necessary!
Sir, that won't be for another 16 years.
Nobody cares! We are going to get him and we will bag him good!
Also, what the hell's the MCU?
You'll see, Soldier. You'll see.
Sorry, I didn't
Jesus,
5 years for that.
And that's the last we'll see these characters for a bit, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
Well, they are either in hiding or captured by, well, this bloke.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
Somebody call for a Canadian!
Too late there. Sir, why is there blood on you?
There's some blood on me right there. See, that's enough.
You see, this is a 12-rated movie. We can't go that far.
Which is weird, because later PG-13 movies would really push the envelope with how much gore they could have.
Oh, come on.
Well, it's the old lab project from before.
Funny, you were a lot thinner the last time I saw you.
Oh, a lot of age.
And you were experimenting very badly with a mutant.
And hey, weren't you working with Sabretooth or something? Who's Sabretooth?
Also, wasn't there this guy who had the power to shoot weapons well?
Oh, look at that. Pyro wants to just run. Oh, could this be foreshadowing?
Because you were, well, that movie pretty much hammers from the beginning what's his morality.
You really have to wonder, what's even the point of making him start off as a student when you pretty much know from the get-go he's bad news?
I think in the comics, Pyro legitimately started out as a member of a Brotherhood of Mutants.
Yeah, pretty much. He had an Australian accent and everything. No! I will have vengeance! Or getting my memory back, or whatever my motivation is.
I can use my claws to carve out the ice. No,
man,
okay.
Shoot the ice.
Like I said, oh, look at that, you're bonding.
Oh, that's so cute.
Separated by ice. Oh, that's different.
Look, Logan,
like, really
you can
have to babysit your shit, yes.
Like, okay, look, Logan, just gonna
Is that a thermal charge?
I think that is. Look, Logan, I know you want to try and find out your past, but maybe you should let this one go. It's actually not as pretty as you'd think. Your past is written by Skip Woods, of all people. That's a clear sign to let it go.
and one of the writers of Game of Thrones.
The good Game of Thrones?
Both.
Huh.
Good and bad.
And yet some of that movie still turned out to be utter dreck.
Don't worry, Jova. I'm sure he'll do a much better job with that new Star Wars trilogy.
All right, what car are we advertising? I think
This
it's
is Cyclops'
a Mazda.
car.
Okay.
I love how he specifically uses the middle claw as soon as he hears that it's Cyclops' car.
This is my car now.
Wow, first his bike and then his car. What's next? Are you gonna steal Scooter?
They'll nick his dog next.
He's not John Wick, so I guess he doesn't have to worry. I felt it and my memory's coming back to me. Don't expect any more to come back. Well, maybe a
For
few.
a while.
Maybe like one more or so, but after that, I'm gonna be done with it. Yeah, that's one thing. Even though X-Men 2 is definitely probably the best of the trilogy,
All right, the military play.
Oh yeah, those. While X-Men 2 is definitely the best of the trilogy, it does have its fair share of flaws, admittedly partly due to its own fault, and partly due to the fact that other movies would not really follow up a lot of it. Oh, I like that song!
Or to screw it up.
Really?
It's even
Yeah,
actually.
could you imagine if that was like some sort of little tiny minigun made to shoot at people who stole his car?
Like, seriously, Cyclops, you got an X-Men mobile here.
I call it the X-Mobile. Nah,
Hey, at least it would go better than the Spider-Mobile.
What is that?
Huh. Yeah, I gotta say, this particular set had a lot of longevity too.
Mm-hmm.
It was even used up till Dark Phoenix. When the MCU does reboot this, I'm gonna miss this.
Maybe they'll bring it back for the MCU, seeing as how Disney own it.
I doubt it.
Oh, I mean, why wouldn't they? You know, specifically for the basement. I mean, let's not forget, it's been practically confirmed that they'll bring back Deadpool, you know, possibly played by Ryan Reynolds, so maybe they could bring back this room.
Professor, you look different.
No need to mind, computer.
You sound different, sir.
What do you mean?
What was one of Picard's catchphrases? Shut up, Wesley. There you go.
One of the best lines ever.
I was gonna say number one.
You know, oh my god, I just realized something. Guys, which gets wrecked?
Oh, stock footage.
Guys, which gets wrecked more? The X-Men's mansion or the Starship Enterprise under Picard's rule?
I would say, probably Starship Enterprise.
Could you repeat the question again, Jova?
Okay, Dwibs, which gets more wrecked? The X-Men mansion or the Starship Enterprise under Picard's rule?
I'll put it this way, Jova. The Enterprise got wrecked like 4 to 5 times in one episode.
Wow, It's like, you know, poor Patrick Stewart, whenever he seems to be in charge of something, it just comes tumbling down every now and then.
Well, with with Star Trek, it's kind of a golden rule that the Enterprise has to be heavily damaged a lot.
It's weird though. I mean, in the first generation, they didn't seem to have that problem nearly as much.
You know, I get it that you're horny, but the public restroom of a dirty bar is not exactly the most hygienic place to have sex with.
And yet somehow this public bathroom looks incredibly clean, if you ask me.
He's even holding the beer.
Yeah, I mean, hell, he's even saying it's kind of dirty.
I guess that's just how he likes it.
Don't drink that.
Whoopsie. And he'll conveniently forget this too. I guess it had some amnesic stuff in that. Oh, God. Boy.
There we go. Interesting CGI changing effect.
Right for his butt, I see.
So what she injecting? Iron.
Interesting.
Yeah. This is a plot twist. He's actually going to become Iron Man.
Literally.
Oh, wait, Iron Man started off as a dick? Well, okay, that's accurate enough. Also, let's not forget, at this time, Iron Man was owned by Paramount Pictures.
Yeah.
It really does make you wonder, how would the MCU have been if it was still Paramount owning Iron Man?
I'm not sure, honestly. I mean, the key people were still there, like Kevin Feige, so I'm pretty sure at least the general action would have been there.
Okay, so Brian Cox is playing a guy who believes that a part of what makes a person who they are is a disease and wants to eradicate it. Are you sure he's not playing Goering again?
Oh, God. Maybe he really was suited for this role.
I mean, 3 years. I mean that film came out in 2000.
Well, his wife apparently took a power drill to her own head. Okay, girl, you've got good nails. Stop examining them. Oh,
I wonder what that could mean.
Yeah, for someone who hates mutants. Oh.
Well.
So basically, what he's using is a sort of inhibitor.
To control. Which is similar to what he did to Nightcrawler.
Yeah. It was Stryker arranged the attack on the president. But even if he does succeed, he's got to try and escape from not only the X-Men, but the Secret Service, the FBI, the police, the CIA, because Jovah.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't making an attempt on the president's life considered high treason?
Hells yeah.
So it's treason then.
Basically, his plan was to orchestrate an attack on the president, make it seem like it was an assassination attempt, but of course pull out just at the right time, just in time for the president to be concerned enough about mutants to allow Stryker to do his little experiment, and here we are.
There you go, Stryker's son.
So, wouldn't you know, now he's using his own son, Jason, to play a little mind manipulation with Xavier.
This is in tune with what Jason Stryker would become in the comics, the villain mastermind.
Yeah, I could try and close my eyes, but... I've got a friend.
I brought Hugh Jackman with me.
Oh my god.
Don't burn anything. Of course, get in his Iceman, so he's snowboarding.
Seriously, all that's missing now is for him to sing Let It Go now that he's owned by Disney. In fact, they did have him sing Disney in a How It Should Have Ended sort of video.
I expect these jokes from the MCU.
Well, some of the should rendered instead is on Frozen part with Professor X recruiting Elsa as, Ice Woman.
Which was flipping awesome, but yeah, basically, in the credits of that, they have him singing Let It Go with him capping it off a cold never bothered me anyway.
Rogue.
There's a girl in my room
you could use the bathroom.
In fact, it's my girlfriend.
Not to mention, Bobby, you could leave the room, until she's changed.
But it's my own house.
Oh my god.
Oh, Pyro, are you mad because you never had a family?
Hammer.
Oh, how is she not sucking anything out of him?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. She was just touching him. How did that not drain him?
Is it like in Superman 4 where they have Nuclear Man standing in the shadows in a lot of shots?
In fact, she just kissed him and that didn't drain him. What?
Well, I'm thinking on the short run it doesn't really have a problem, but yeah, on the long run, yeah.
Wow, it must suck really, seeing as how you can't have sex without killing the guy.
Don't worry, Rogue, in a few hours he's gonna make it his fetish.
That's an incredibly dangerous fetish, but I guess the danger
When she
will
gives
make it
you
more...
the suck too much. Logan, you can't just barge in other people and drink whatever they have in their houses. It's not an
Oh no, a
kitty!
cat!
Don't kill the kitty.
Oh god.
Oh, it's adorable.
Hey.
Oh.
He's my teacher.
Professor Logan.
Professor Logan. Yes.
He's like the Ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z who made Bardock scientist.
Oh, where did you get your qualifications from, Professor?
Canada.
I mean, what did you study in?
I studied in, kickassery.
That's not a profession.
I mean,
sir.
science, chemistry, biochemistry.
Yeah, no matter.
Oh well, I'm sure it's nothing.
Do you mind I'm sleeping?
Like a vampire.
Even as a set of chess in plastic.
Well, you had that in at the end of the first movie. Right?
Yeah, I remember that. Oh. I got blue balled in a bar.
Oh boy.
Oh crap! Did I wear my watch again?
They even have plastic batons.
Mystique literally injected so much iron in his blood that there you go. That Magneto can use it.
Wow.
No. Even when Jojo did Jojo is kind of sort of currently doing this, not at the time of his recording, but a bit before, with a stand user that has a stand called Metallica that does this exact thing by absorbing the iron and metal in your blood.
Well, it's a bit late putting that out to him now. He's dead.
There we go.
Also, yeah, when I saw this, I swear I thought that guy was Michael Fassbender. Second.
Imagine that, Michael Fassbender seeing Magneto, and he can. Wow, she pumped enough iron into that guy for him to make a disc.
Yeah, again, I swear it was that. If it was going to be Iron Man.
Look at him riding on proudly his disc.
Yeah.
Complete with the epic theme music.
Yeah, I really like this escape.
Yeah.
So, anyone wants to play Mario Party?
The house is very
Set the house on
flammable.
fire.
I swear, this guy looks... Well, nah, not quite like, Bill Clinton, but he looks like a Bill Clinton wannabe.
Yeah, here we go. What are you professor of?
Art.
Yeah. Art.
Art.
Oh, trust me, what I do is an art. I'm the best there ever is.
I thought the Joker was the first. I thought the Joker was the first, omnicidal artist.
Oh yeah, the Joker also majored in art. Go figure. Well, that in chemistry.
Is your thing still recording, Jova?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Because I cut out for a second.
The kitty loves the iced tea.
Aww. We're gonna make that cat the star of a spin-off. I mean, tell me that wouldn't have been a better movie than X-Men Origins Wolverine. Oh boy. Ronnie, what are you doing?
Thanks, bro.
You're the best. You know, Gene, I have a distinct feeling that something bad may have happened. while we were away?
It doesn't matter, Storm. You're probably gonna end up in a much worse movie than I am.
Oh, please. Could anything possibly be as bad as Catwoman?
No.
I mean, aside from Catwoman, the worst for her has been past, considering she was in the Flintstones movie.
I'd honestly say Catwoman was a way worse movie than the Flintstones.
Oh no, it is, technically speaking.
What about Die Another Day?
Yeah, I haven't seen
she
that.
was in that?
No,
Yeah.
actually, no, I see that. Yeah, there's yes and no. That's the problem.
It's been a while since I've seen that. Like, actually, did I see that one? I saw Die Hard 4, like Live Free or Die Hard.
Halle Berry went in that one.
Oh, okay. So the one you're talking about must be Die Hard 5.
No, Die Another Day, the Bond one.
One of the Bond movies.
Oh,
she
a
was
Bond movie.
She was the Bond girl that drowns at the end.
What?
Except she doesn't.
Well,
Oh.
yeah, that like semantics.
Definitely one of the best things X-Men 2 does is definitely bringing up the themes that X-Men are famous for. The themes of prejudice, race, well, quote-unquote
Well, that's
race.
what the
and
X-Men
all that.
movies had to be always about.
It's
so.
weird
Yeah,
how...
isn't that what the whole franchise is about?
Exactly.
Kind of weird how later films kind of threw that away, but we'll get to those later.
Not that most of those future films were necessarily bad because
Why,
of that.
movie? Why are you trying to ship in Nightcrawler with Storm?
Oh god.
No, they're just having a chat.
Totally. Yay, Gene! Like, is it just me or does Gene sound uninterested in this movie? I get it. Maybe. Wait, was that them actually trying to foreshadow that mental wall that Xavier made for her? Oh,
Big
boy.
You know, maybe you should get the hell out of that house because your parents are really shitty.
I guess he was hoping they'd be better. Don't worry, I'm sure
It's a
nothing...
shitty place, you know. They have a stupid cat.
Yeah, I have the distinct feeling something bad's about to happen.
Yeah, this isn't going to go
again.
very well.
Rogue, you know my sixth sense for danger? Yeah. What knives?
Put your hands up. Best bro of the year.
Jeez, police brutality much?
Yeah, another thing, he gets knocked out here, but in Origins, when he gets shot in the head, he just goes grrr.
Huh. I guess he was, more resilient back then?
I don't know.
Fucking know. Well, that film ended up becoming non-canon
Pyro.
anyway, so...
Oh, great, Pyro.
Taste
Hey, it's
firebending,
okay, that guy
bitch.
will live. He's managed to master the art of just making repulsor fire. That just pushes people back as opposed to burning them. You know, maybe he could have been a good guy, since it seems like he's doing all the stuff that would normally kill people, but somehow doesn't. And then you remember, he's kind of being a psychopath here, so never mind.
Semantics.
You have to wonder if this one R-rated movie... Oh boy.
Yeah, he's called Pyro, so he enjoys being a pyromaniac.
Oh dear.
Ugh. Too much suck.
Okay, Rogue, that may be enough now before you start generating heat yourself.
Aye.
There we go.
Ugh, did I miss something?
You just had the equivalent of a hangover with a bullet.
Sorry, what was that?
Help is here!
The incredibly fake CGI X-Wing.
Just pretend it's there, people.
You think? Well, just wait till you see Origins.
Again, you'd think that a movie made in 2009 would have had better CGI than a movie made in 2003.
Sorry, the Blackbird. That's the official name. I forgot.
Dude, don't.
The company's like, what the fuck are you doing? Just stay down.
Why, brother?
How
Why?
could this happen to me?
And now Bobby will have to live with not being with his family? Never mind. He pretty much never mentions his family ever again.
He's better off without him.
Again, that's a thing. This movie does bring up a lot of things here and there, but they kind of get dropped. Whether that says more about this movie or the sequels, you decide.
Well, we have got more...
Oh, get it? The Incredible Nightcrawler. Ha! There's your name. You said it.
Funny story.
Well, we've got more pressing matters to worry about.
Yeah.
Okay, I pressed this button to launch, right? Oh.
Didn't take him long to realize.
Also small teasing. Yeah, not gonna lie, one of the things that the comics love to do with Professor X is finding excuses so he can walk again and then break his leg again, like, multiple times.
It's like he's...
And yet people were complaining when the movies did that.
Well, honestly, the movies is the best occasion because it was a reboot, and then they found a way to.
Serious, every time I saw stuff leading up to an X-Men movie, people were like, "Why is he walking? Why is he out of his wheelchair?"
I guess it's because people often recognize him in the wheelchair and didn't know the context as well. It's a thing I bring up though. Oh boy, okay, if you recall earlier, Xavier mentioned that if he looks too hard for somebody, it will kill them. How that works is beyond me, but yeah, if he focuses too hard on finding mutants, he'll kill them.
Yeah.
Well, he has got the most powerful mind.
So basically, that means if Patrick Stewart is looking well for her, if Patrick Stewart is looking for us, he'll inevitably kill us. Huh.
I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that will go haywire at some point, eh, Jovah?
Totally.
So, when you think about it, he's kind of a living Death Note.
Pretty much.
Couldn't you give me at least a minute? We have heard that you have a Halle Berry aboard with you. Repeat, we hear you have a Halle Berry aboard with you.
Get the fuck down. Opinions? Anyone say fucking something? Well, gee, not following the orders that they told you make them angry.
We're just gonna lead them on a merry little chase.
Oh crap, I didn't get my seatbelt on.
I'm sure that won't lead to any hijinks.
Roll.
It's not every day I agree with the psychopathic pyromaniac. Okay, now it's time for Storm to actually get to be awesome, unlike in... Well, just time for her to be awesome. It's a weird case.
Well, she doesn't make an awful joke like in the last one.
Storm is a weird anomaly in the first X-Men movie. On the one hand, she did have some cool bits. On the other hand, still, she was incredibly hindered in that movie.
The accent.
Yeah. That and they had her have a tough fight against Toad of all people. Like, come on. Really?
Well, I mean, he was played by Ray Park.
Still, though, having Storm have trouble against Toad, that's like if you had Superman have trouble against, like,
some guy in an office building.
Pretty much.
Oh, Alfred.
Well, Alfred can be pretty awesome, so I'll give you that one.
Did she just eject in the middle of a fucking tornado?
Yes, I do believe
she
she
survived,
did.
So...
I love how the X-Men weren't even turning back to make sure that she ejected from a parachute. It's like, well, we may have killed someone just in case.
Well, remember, Storm just throws away one of the jets like it's nothing.
Okay,
Plus,
Storm.
they were trying to kill them.
Okay, Storm, so here's what you do. Do your Storm powers again. And no, Jean, please don't.
Okay, Jean, let's see if you can be useful.
Yay! She did it!
Or one.
Okay, now just do the other one. Jean? Jean?
Jean Grey, everyone.
Okay, so here's my question. Why didn't Storm just do her thing again?
Wolverine just got flown away. Poor bastard.
Oh,
Actually, no, it wasn't him. Sorry.
Rogue.
Rogue. Bounce.
Ugh.
Ow.
Does anyone have some metal powers so we can close that up?
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Oh.
Hey, somebody developed metal powers! Thank God! Wait. Oh yeah, that's right. Jean could do that with her mind too, just letting you know. Cause she just has that many powers!
Hi, Magneto.
Huh. Well, what do you know? Just waiting and standing around enough did give us some time. I like to imagine that those two were just standing there waiting around for the plane to crash.
Yeah. Sir, you could have easily missed them, you know.
Well, it just happened to work out, and I'm kind of riding on fate these days.
Well, if it didn't work, maybe I could have disguised myself as Wolverine.
Probably. Again. Assuming that they didn't learn from the first time you tried that.
I think I got it down this time.
Aha.
So yeah, that's a problem.
Ah.
I mean, Logan, he literally told you this during the intro. Shouldn't you remember? Oh, wait.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh. I was drugged, you know, guys.
Yeah. Before using mutants as a tool, mind you.
Yeah,
Again,
but before that, he used a group of ragtag mutants to hunt down stuff.
one of them, Ryan Reynolds.
I wonder where he is right now.
I hear he's strapped shut these days.
Yeah, he's been in mediocre comedies. Although, I've heard he's in the new Blade movie coming out next year. That should be fun.
Yeah, I mean, Blade's had 2 good ones. Surely the third will be just as great, if not even better. Awkward in hindsight, the movie.
Although to be fair, that's not exactly that last bit we mentioned wasn't exactly this movie's fault.
Yeah. Dude, have you seen X-Men Promotion? It normally is all about Wolverine.
There is literally one thing called Wolverine publicity.
Hi, I'm just here, hoping that my career will still be good after this. Seriously though, what the heck happened to Nightcrawler after this movie? He was awesome.
I don't remember.
He decided he had to go and he went golfing.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, sorry. That's it's not good for me, you know.
Hey, I was just there earlier in this movie.
Meaning that if you just stayed there, you could have just, bumped into him.
Oh, Scheisse. Next time that you do that, could you please make sure my mind and head are better?
I'm so sorry, I don't have that well control over all my 700 powers. Wouldn't be surprised
700?
Wouldn't be surprised if she has 700 powers.
Is that why I don't like her in the comics or anything?
It's hard
It's
to...
a combination of that personality and the fact that the recurring joke is that she keeps dying and getting, resurrected over and over again.
And that's not even counting her clones.
But hey, this continuity again, pre-reboot, she only dies once.
Oh joy, don't worry. And yet even before her death, they still do everything they can to confuse the audience about her character. Lady, you need to watch more stuff if you really think that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Also, I hate to say it, but between Wolverine and Cyclops, who really is the good guy and who's the bad guy? Like, I know Wolverine's supposed to be the jerk, but Cyclops in these movies is, well, okay, he's not comic Cyclops, oh thank God. Yeah, at this point in time...
Remember, Jovah, in the end, Cyclops was right.
Even though he killed Xavier.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's this bit here? Touchy.
You know, I just realized we're the only blue people here.
Oh, we shouldn't have to.
Well, she has a point, but.
Oh yeah, I think this is like the one of only like 6 lines Rebecca Romijn has as Mystique in the whole series.
Yeah, she doesn't speak that much, does she?
I mean, to be fair, just because you don't have many lines doesn't mean you can't be good to watch.
True. Oh, hello there, Jean.
Are you sure this is a good time and place to have? Okay.
yeah. To be fair, it wouldn't take much to convince Wolverine when it comes to Jean. You know,
so good. I bet you'll be good even if you're a ghost haunting my nightmares. Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh. And,
crap.
She wants him? Storm?
What about that girlfriend that you used to have, Wolverine? Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't remember her.
Hey, what if he... I was going to say, what if he Striker?
Babe, please do not morph into that guy while we're doing it, okay? Seriously. Can you imagine how awkward that would have been if they were doing it and she morphed into Brian?
She turned into Striker.
Oh, God. Oh, hey, the X-Men outfits. Ah, yes. Yes. Don't worry. You'll enjoy those just fine, I'm sure.
I also thought that's an interesting thing, Jovah. When the cast were wearing the uniforms in the first movie, they were having a hard time getting over. They were having a hard time getting over a wall.
We nearly trained you dry. Let's laugh about it. Weren't we supposed to like mutants?
Well, not these ones.
Bad guy is such a...
Dude.
Oh, I'm so terribly sorry.
Connor?
No. Yeah, I said the real name. Perfection.
Perfection. Took you all day to come up with the name Pyro.
Forgot if we mentioned, Pyro is played by Aaron Stanford. Let me check what he did. Oh, this was one of actually his first couple of movies.
Not a bad
He reprised his role in X-Men The Stand, obviously. Oh my god. He stopped doing movies in 2008 with How I Got Lost, then decided to do TV series for a while, being in an episode of Law and Order, and being mostly in a couple of series like Nikita and 12 Monkeys, and his last major movie was a movie called Clinical in 2017.
Ha!
Weird.
I keep children on lockdown.
Striker, you have really bad habits, you know.
Hey, my son died. That gives me an excuse to be mentally insane. Whoa!
You reminded me of those how it should have ended videos, Joe. The ones where the Spider-Man 3 one, where the Sandman got arrested, he was like, "You don't understand, my daughter. She's sick. It makes it okay for me to break the law."
I love how they made that a running gag along with that black guy who always comes in and says, Here's an idea. Maybe you should insert this that prevents a major tragedy."
Yeah. Just because you were too lazy.
That's a bad idea, Wolvie.
Yeah.
Besides, I have a shapeshifter on my side.
Well, in that case, let's totally send in Wolverine still. It's the one guy I'm psychologically attached to try and defeat in proper combat. Come at me, bro!
It's 2003, Jova, not 2013.
I swear, this guy is
wild.
This guy is like just all the iconic quotes of a villain. Look who's come home, so we meet again. It's been how long?
I forgot, I don't think he has done it until now, but I'm pretty sure at some point he will say the line, "We're not so different, you and I."
Hello?
Hey, Bob. Uh-oh. Ta!
Boo.
Oh.
Surprise! Yeah, okay, I'll admit that was actually kind of cool. Stryker actually recognized that that wasn't actually him.
So I guess, did she do the middle finger at him?
I believe she did. Could be anybody indeed.
Yeah, I gotta say, but Mystique low-key has some of the best parts of
Oh, snap. Yeah, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Even as a kid, I love that. Though I'll admit, as a kid, I didn't notice that she was giving the middle finger on that one. I guess that's PG-13 for you. You can give the middle finger and say the F word once, and it'll still be good enough for...
But you can't say fuck.
Actually, you can say it, but only once.
Okay, then. Oh, yeah, I've already said it now, Anna, so...
And apparently that's good enough for kids. I'll admit.
Okay. Alright, okay. Fuck. There, I just made it 18.
You know, I'll admit, now that I've grown up, I can kind of see how it would have been kind of obvious that it's Mystique, seeing how the last scene was literally Magneto saying, "I don't take chances." But I'll admit, as a kid, that caught me by surprise.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, also when she was disguised as Wolverine earlier, he already knows what he's like and all that.
Yeah,
He'll
true.
He'll surrender like that.
Exactly. Oh, if there's one thing Brian Cox can do, it's give out the iconic Sergeant performance.
Meanwhile, back at the X-Men mansion.
Totally IRL.
Sorta.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We could have. We didn't have the budget to paint it blue. Who's that?
Knock, knock,
Oh.
darling. Hey, Gene, you did something without setting stuff on fire.
Oh, Master and the other guys.
That's a Metal Gear Solid map.
Would not surprise me. Metal Gear Solid was all the rage back in the day. Won't someone think of the children? Oh, come on, it's a Fox movie. I'm surprised they didn't say that. Now, Wolvie, let's not go all Captain Ahab here. God dang it.
Yeah, funnily enough, the following year, interesting enough, the following year, Rebecca Romijn would be in the Punisher movie.
Huh, how about that?
Yeah, that's another one of the superhero movies that came out around the time.
The 2004 one, the one with John
The one-
Travolta.
yeah, the one
I
with John
forget.
Travolta.
Was that the good one? There were like 3 Punisher movies
It
within
was-
short
it was
distance
the,
of each other.
In my opinion, I think it would be the half decent one.
So what was the best one?
That's just it. That is the best one.
Oh,
That's the
dear.
thing, Jova. Until the Netflix series, the Punisher movies were not exactly the best.
Which is weird.
in general.
Punisher is like such a bone easy concept to get. You'd think it would have been easy.
Yeah,
Beats
but
me.
then, but I mean, they couldn't even do 80s gore.
Oh.
I mean, they couldn't even do 80s gore fest correctly with Warzone.
Do it.
Oh boy. Order 910. Is it time to exterminate the Jedi?
Who are the Jedi?
They are mutants of sorts who have midichlorians in their bloodstream.
Yeah, Brian Cox is also the manipulator.
Huh.
Mind you, it's easy to do that when
When he's drugged his son up so much to the point where just a little suggestion from practically anyone who whispers into his ear will dictate what he does note that his son's also a rather powerful mutant.
Yeah.
And hopefully
Okay.
I don't live to regret that.
I didn't mean now.
Oh, that would be
I
funny.
said who approaches. I get the feeling something's wrong.
Oh, you think that level scroll is bad? Wait till X-Men 3, buddy.
Jesus.
Scott, are you being brainwashed and mad?
Again.
Or are you just being you? Oh boy. You know what I fear? Imagine if they actually make an Avengers vs. X-Men adaptation.
No, please.
Basically, Dwibs, at the end
That's
of
the thing. You guys is interesting.
Yeah.
Ever since Disney bought the studio, the only suggestions I've heard are for like adaptations of apparently the really bad comics.
Well, I guess it's because people want to see it done better ever since Civil War, but...
Like, ever since Civil War, yeah,
well, let me put it this. Avengers vs. X-Men
risky.
is bad, like, incredibly bad. Let me put it like this. That storyline alone is the reason that Storm and Black Panther were split up when Marvel were really on this fetish for divorcing couples. And it's also the story that resulted in Cyclops going mad and killing Xavier.
Remember, Jova, we cannot have superheroes getting married and actually grow up because we're not marketable at that point.
Which is a shame, because when they were written well, Storm and Black Panther were actually a pretty fun power couple. But no, we can't have nice things. Oh, it gets even better, dudes. The end of that story, Cyclops kills Xavier.
Yeah.
Basic.
Sir?
Yes.
I think maybe we should have had this plan be executed in a place where it's not so easily fragile.
Or built on a waterfall, maybe.
Yeah, in a fucking
Still,
dam.
beggars
Why
can't
would you
be
build
choosers.
your factory thing in a dam?
Well, it has to be done in secret, of course. And who would ever think to come here? It's me, Jean. It's me in all my glory. My dickish glory. Oh, don't worry. You'll lose her for real eventually, buddy.
My leg.
My leg.
Oh yeah, something's wrong.
Uh-oh.
Oh, maybe I should have built it.
Just give me 5 more minutes.
I think I'm being watched.
From the ghosts of your past, maybe?
Okay. Good job I'm not wearing yellow. I just stood out a fucking mile in this.
Okay,
That would be a very stupid color to wear, am I right?
Yeah, it's not
well,
like we'll wear it ourselves in a future movie.
Well, for the purposes of this mission...
Yeah, fair enough. For this mission, black is actually a good color to wear.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. When sometimes when people cry out because a costume isn't in the movie, you have to really think about how it's going to work in a practical sense. I mean, for stuff like this, where you have to be sneaky.
Oh,
being in bright yellow isn't going to help.
Stryker working on a mutant. I wonder.
Hang on. Here he had like metal claws even before the adamantium was put on.
Not to mention the pool was green instead of blue.
Hang on. So he had metal claws here. How come he has bone claws in Origins?
Well, supposedly they administered. I'm guessing that's the adamantium there, though. Why?
Yeah, supposedly that's what should be it.
Although weird. Apparently,
but
according to this movie, they administered via his head.
And he had metal claws anyway. It's just the ones that one made him even more metal. Oh, fun fact: 2 of the scientists in in this in that flashback
Yeah.
were played by the writers.
So we were killed by Wolverine.
Yeah.
I guess
So
he's
not, gotta love how everything in that flashback it's not what happens in Origins. My God.
again, awkward in hindsight, the movie. Oh, here we go.
Somehow.
Yeah.
We're calling it adamantium, but we're thinking of calling it vibranium later down the line. Oh boy.
Here we go.
Okay, meet Deathstrike.
Lady Deathstrike, yeah.
Now, this is a bit of a weird case. See, in the comics, she's actually not a mutant, believe it or not.
I think she's more of a Daredevil villain than anything.
Basically, I believe she's one of Wolverine's many, many jilted lovers who experimented on herself to give herself some weird claw hand things.
Except that in her case, they're protrusions from her nail.
Well, actually, I don't think they're protrusions from her nails in the comics. Like, again, if I recall correctly, in the comics, they're just really giant hands with claws. Well,
I haven't seen that much of her.
So yeah, but in this version, she's a mutant, and basically she's the female version of Wolverine.
Also, at some point, she was a person called Lady Deathstrike was actually recruited in the Thunderbolts program. You know, the program of the government that makes you, that recuperates a villain and tries to make them good guys working for the government.
Well, that was about as well as you think
on,
it would. Uh-oh.
I've been on TV Tropes. Apparently one of the reviews for this film from the Irish Times complained that a character who got killed in the first film was somehow alive in the second.
Oh.
Is he referring to the senator? Because that was a mistake in this guy.
Yeah, a fact that was not only pointed out explicitly in the first movie, but was actually a pivotal plot point here. So a lot of people were thinking that did that particular reviewer even bother watching the movie?
Probably not.
Oh no! Droplets of blood! The humanity!
Yeah, Wolverine is really dead. Ooh.
Well, I guess that totally finished her off this time. I think I can now finally relax. I think. Time the kids went out to play.
Besides, I'm a fire guy. Remember, I could just melt the ice.
Yeah, and cause a collapse of it. Surprise!
I thought I had to.
You cannot kill what is already dead inside.
Oh, my spleen!
Or maybe you can.
Wolverine, I'm not sure that's how it works.
Yes, push it into her. I guess he stabbed her with it?
Bloodstream.
Well, she's overloaded with the stuff.
Not like we could have just tried to knock her out and rehabilitate her. Okay. She's dead. So I guess too much of it will kill you, even though just the right amount.
Deathstrike, I hope every fans out there enjoyed her brief appearance. Sorry, cold but no cigars.
Yeah, again.
Wait. Kill all the mutants?
Well, that's what he's going to end up doing.
Oh dear. Alright, men, remember, these are very dangerous mutants. All we gotta do is just make sure.
Oh, crud. Well, I guess training didn't prepare him for that. Wow, Magneto.
I told you we should have had our grenades made out of wood.
Who ever heard of a grenade made out of wood?
It was a better idea than that.
Maybe we should have just made them out of plastic. And loaded them with plastique. Oh, it hurts to laugh.
Kill them.
Yeah. Oh dear.
I said that just in time.
Yeah, even Wolverine's not safe. Alright, I'm hurrying.
So now it's up to Magneto, of all people.
Oh, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, by the way, you all men, you gotta stay here.
Wait, what?
Have fun.
You, sir, are one of the worst bosses ever! I love how Pyro stuck out there like, yeah, so much. Let us die together, my love.
And so the General Stryker, sorry, Colonel Stryker, goes away to ride in the sunset to return for another day. Or maybe not. Well.
What? And all the other mutants around the world were going, what was that?
Felt like the weirdest headache ever.
I nearly died, man.
Yeah.
Haha. Yeah, lol. I got a helmet. So yeah, the moral of the story: always wear your helmet when you have a headache.
Always use protection.
Especially
always wear your
telepath.
helmet when. Always wear your helmet when you have a headache.
Yeah, here's the problem. Magneto actually is in a very good spot. Too good, for that matter.
So, might as well do a little rearranging. Rearrange Cerebro for a bit of a different task.
And of course, having mentioned earlier that I helped build Cerebro, it's only that too I know how to arrange the bull blocks.
Yeah, that's actually good foresight on the story's part to establish that. Oh boy.
Kill me.
Not just me, though. Oh yes, that's going to be a really good one.
This will be the best YouTube prank ever.
We will never see each other again. Or will we?
Yeah,
that's a good way to end Mysticon, showing her butt. Movies love to do that. Then again, she is naked. Let's find all the humans and concentrate really hard.
That's going to be even harder for him to find all the humans.
Well, that means he'll just have to concentrate extra hard, now won't he? And you know what that means.
He could have used the...
Oh.
Going somewhere, bub.
And dead.
Nah, I did it just right so that it won't kill him. He said the line, bub.
You know, this kind of revenge... Yeah, kinda.
You stole a lot from him going off of Wolverine Origins.
No, not what I remember. But...
Well, actually, he did ask and he accepted.
Okay.
But what about his girlfriend? Oh wait, we're still not mentioning her.
Yeah, also, if you see this as a sort of catharsis for X-Men Origins, it's very anticlimactic.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. In canon, X-Men Origins no longer exists.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, technically speaking, it was connected to this timeline, so...
Yeah, I mean, the X-Men timeline as a whole is just a mess going up with these movies. Oh
Oops.
boy.
Oh, crap.
Huh, right on time.
Someone can't handle the pressure. Yeah, no.
I guess he's telling the truth there. Huh. Really sucks when what you said comes back to haunt you, doesn't it, bub? Now just stay here wrapped up for a sec, okay? I'll come to unwrap you later.
Oh boy.
No problem, there's just over 4 billion of them.
Yeah, just ignore the mutants, please.
Okay, now
That'll
it's
cut
time
down
for
by
Nightcrawler to actually have his arc complete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, just concentrate real hard.
Never mind the fact that you were stabbed.
Yeah,
Don't worry, you're about to get another thing to add to that. Massive headache. The best laid plans.
but I got it. Before Magneto wanted mutant superiority, how could the mutants reign over nobody?
Well, hey, they're the superior race if they're the only ones living. Living is superior to dead, after all.
Technically speaking,
you're gonna-
yeah.
But you're gonna be
No,
the
not the President of the United States of America.
But you're gonna be the rulers of nothing.
Hey, freedom
Of
from
nobody.
mutants. Freedom from mutants, of course.
How convenient.
You know, Magneto, you could call this the House of M. Huh?
Yeah, you see, apparently Halle Berry had more lines here because at this point she had more clout because she was in Monsters Ball.
Yeah.
Then
Oh
Catwoman came out, and then Catwoman came out. She lost a lot of that clout. That's why when she came back for Last Stand, she had a significantly reduced salary.
Huh. So, you know what's weird, though? It's like, I mean, wasn't this the movie that got her to like Storm better? So, why all the clout afterwards, I wonder?
I don't know.
Hi.
Hi.
But yeah, that's right. After this movie,
When
Catwoman.
did this turn out into a Blumhouse horror movie?
Jason, is there any reason why you like to show up in the avatar of a little preteen girl to everyone? And they're multicolored! Oh, the horror. Oh, and I mean it.
Yeah.
It's about to get colder than the fanbase's reaction to Avengers vs. X-Men, combined with that of the Clone Saga.
Goodbye, my friends.
Ha, cute. They're taking the very helicopter he was gonna escape in. Oh, hey, Pyro.
I wanna come in too.
All right, let's let the little baby come. So this code will, I guess, loosen Jason's control over Xavier?
Well, yeah.
Ah, it's so good to be bad. Is it just me, or does it feel a little cold in here?
I'll stop it as soon as you be a good little girl.
Press X to Jason.
Again, Jason, what was up with the little preteen girl thing? I mean, you've been mentally traumatized by your father, so I'll give you a pass here. I just gotta know.
Hey, Dad picked that bit. It wasn't my fault.
Okay, that would explain a lot.
Oh, apparently, you know who else wanted to be in this movie?
Who?
Specifically to play the role of Bishop?
What?
Shaq.
Oh,
Really?
that could have been cool.
Honestly, I would have seen better Shaq as Forge.
Really?
But yeah, apparently the reason it wasn't included was because David Hayter didn't know who the character was.
Kind of a shame, but oh well.
Well,
Imagine,
later go on to appear in Days of Future Past.
imagine that to you.
Bye, Jason.
Imagine that. Wait, Bishop was in Days of Future Past?
Yeah.
God, I completely forgot he was in that movie. Imagine that to you. We could have had Shaquille O'Neal redeeming himself after Steel.
Well, we're still in time for a lore in the MCU, I guess.
That'll just be all for meme value at this point.
Well,
Most
still,
likely.
though, you gotta admit, though, there are certain things of great meme value that have made their way into the MCU for the sake of the memes.
Oh no, that CGI water effect is gonna kill us!
Oh, no! It's just like my fortune teller told me! By the way, did we bring Jason with us?
No.
Okay, I guess we just left Jason to rot. Like, seriously, guys, you really
Are you
just...
sure? I thought he was there somewhere.
It's hard to tell. Nope, don't see him with them. Especially since he was in a wheelchair and catatonic, so, yeah. Awkward.
Okay.
We're really sorry. We didn't have enough room left on the plane.
Oh.
My god, I think I remember standing outside the Surrey base. Well, I could stand. Land! Oh, good free land! Where's
Just
the
in
plane?
time to watch the spectacle. Oh, wait.
Oops.
Gene?
Yay!
Oh, there it is.
Hi.
Rogue! Hopefully you learn... Oh wait, we never taught her how to fly
Where
the
did
plane.
you learn to fly?
Useful. I could do a scream.
Okay, yeah, Jason's not with him, so... Son of a bitch, you left him.
Oops.
You know, maybe there's a reason people hate you, you know.
I don't worry, Jovah, we're totally the good guys.
Yes, X-Men 3 establishes.
It's the next one, Jovah, don't worry.
Hold on, I feel like there's something I need to do to wrap up my character arc.
Get my son from in there. Wait, I don't care about him, so.
Rogue, okay, you can remove yourself from the PTSD. Come on.
Seriously, did a plane kill your parents? Well, then again. Well, I thought I smelled scumbag
Striker,
on the wall.
again.
You look kind of awkward that way, you know. Turns out it's Skip Woods who has the answers.
Maybe, you know, Striker, maybe the entire point of this is that Wolverine doesn't need answers at this. right now because he has a family.
And Lord knows the actual answers that we get suck. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much... That.
Fuck this shit.
So fuck you.
That's pretty much the fanbase's reaction to X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Keep telling yourself that, bub.
Oh, that's right. Magneto is on the loose.
Oh, if you only knew.
I'm here. Now.
Somewhere Neil Breen saw this movie and thought, you know, that could be the good name for a title or something.
Vertical thrusters are offline. And they've lost the pyrotechnic guy.
Oh no, we were caring so much about him.
No!
Oh, no.
It's all the times for you playing God.
God has decided to make life harder on you. Harder than usual. Gene? What are you thinking?
Oh? Seriously, that face.
It's like the director went, okay, I want you to act like you're trying to pass a kidney stone, but you're not quite sure what that kidney stone is yet. You know, Xavier, couldn't you potentially lift the machine with your mental powers? Like, you are pretty powerful.
Sorry, Jovah. He's still too scarred, I guess.
I'm not Magneto. Besides, I just sat through being freaky manipulated.
Well, sit anymore, and you won't have to worry about that anymore. Where we'll be going.
X-Men 3.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, guys, you really have bad management of people if you lose them constantly like that.
Okay, I would say jump out the window, but that's not a good idea.
Sorry, Scott. Your presence in the movie was very little. You have no way of saying in this.
You know, he kind of tends to get the shaft in these movies a lot. Granted, he's a bit of a dick, but still... God, does he get shortchanged a lot. I tried.
Oh, shit. So much for finishing what you started, eh, Strike?
Yeah. Let me part the waters like I'm Moses. All I can do here is just sit here frustrated.
And pray.
Well, I can't walk, can I?
She's not letting me. What does that even mean? Can she somehow prevent Nightcrawler from picking her up with her powers? Oh, and mind you, she can also talk via Xavier while she's doing all this. Like, holy cow, girl, where did all these powers come from?
Her ass.
Pretty much. Kiss me. Oh, wait, no, that would be incredibly awkward.
Well, yeah. Patrick Stewart is still handsome, so why not?
Okay, I know I'm Patrick Stewart, but why the fuck? But why are you calling me Gene?
You know what? Never mind. Let's just look as my girlfriend gives a heroic sacrifice. And also shows off a glow like she has some kind of weird firebird inside of her. Wait a minute.
Bye, Jean. For now.
Goodbye, Jean, and hello, Phoenix.
Phoenix, right?
I wish. Interesting how Wolverine is the one actually more accepting about laws. Does show how far his character has come. Again, though, we don't really get much character development for Cyclops. I'm sure we'll have way more character development for him in X-Men The Last Stand, right, guys?
Oh.
His actor left to do Superman Returns.
Great choice of. To be fair, I'm not sure what's worse between the two.
But hey, it had Bryan Singer. Totally it was gonna be a hit, right? Oh, boy. Man, what happened?
So the day saved, I guess?
But at what cost? Well, Jean Grey was lost, but again, at what cost?
Okay, well, at least we got the Catholic to read the last rites. I think that's what it is, isn't it?
It's the Lord's Prayer.
It's one. Yeah, it's one of the hymns, I think. I'm not practice that much with the English translations.
Is this just me or just Canada?
Well,
Look, I mean,
it's a good thing that all those huts and nature and animals that were in the way of the water got totally saved.
Yeah, we totally did that.
Yeah, like the collateral damage alone.
Hello, my fellow Americans. I'm here to address what the fudge that hangover we all had collectively was.
Moral of the story: don't drink, kids.
Also, has anyone seen Senator Kelly? He seems to have vanished lately. Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Ah, crap.
Whoa.
Oh, crap, it's happening again.
I just ate it when someone activated the world.
Wow, you got tall at that.
Wow, nice trick there, Storm. Do you like it? We're thinking it's going to get a lot of hits on YouTube. Also, do not be alarmed by the mutant that tried to kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair, Mr. President, he could have killed you if he had the shot. Hey, Rogue, she did something!
Yay.
Kitty pride.
Yeah, although funny enough, in 3 years' time, she's gonna look a bit more different.
Yeah. And then she'll have a loving relationship with Bobby. It's weird, seeing how much older Bobby is than her, but hey, I guess by that point she's of consenting age. Turns out there's a secret government a-hole within your government. I know, I'm just as surprised.
You know, it's a good thing that we don't have stuff like the Hellfire Club in its continuity.
Oh god.
I can't even imagine what this version of Emma Frost will look like.
Teo, Emma Frost does exist in this universe, though. Remember X-Men Origins Wolverine?
And First Class.
I forgot. Well, I was talking about this one.
Did anyone see that freak lightning storm over here?
President, you're live.
I may need to rethink where I stand on this situation.
Also, okay, I've got to talk to the Professor X. He ruined my speech. Plus, how am I
I'm sure
It's been turned off at every.
that'll be fun to explain. And look, Xavier Mansion is back intact. For now.
We didn't get blown up. We just got
attacked and infiltrated.
Yeah.
And now time for some foreshadowing about the third movie.
Oh boy.
Professor.
Yes.
During the next academic year, do you think maybe we could invest in some more security? Or security at all?
Nonsense. I'm sure things will be a lot better next year. I look forward to seeing you all graduate in person. Oh boy. Why couldn't she have done that from inside the plane?
Yeah, that's a good...
Well, you see, shut up. I want to sacrifice myself.
But the children are alright.
Along with
so that's good.
Colossus! Yay! Yeah. Just keep telling him that.
Alright, kids. I understand you've had severe trauma being kidnapped.
However,
Back to your lessons.
We have to prove that we're not evil.
Yes.
And also, alright, kids. I wanted to correct a mistake that I think my sort of older colleagues have made.
Oh dear.
shut up, Leslie.
Turns out, trying to cast lightning through the Statue of Liberty might not be such a hot idea.
You don't say. Also, hi, Jubilee. Still nice to see you're just a background character.
I guess by this point, people were still kind of rather iffy with her character because of the animated show, so maybe they chose not to.
I suppose.
I mean, people liked Jubilee. They just wanted her to be better.
Here we go.
But
This will probably be in the post-credit scene.
Yeah, although there is no post-credit scene here, so...
sorry. Looks like these guys won't be joining the Avengers.
Not yet, anyway.
Oh. Yeah, a Phoenix sign. I wonder what that could have been. Anyway, that was X2. Final thoughts, Dwibs.
Oh yeah, you go first, Dwibs.
Yeah, I enjoyed this. Admittedly, it does take a while to get going, but when it does, it's pretty well paced. And yeah, the action's a lot better than the first.
Also,
one.
Avi Arad
The
was the
music-
executive producer. I forgot.
Holy cow,
music
Avi
was-
Arad was involved in a lot.
The music was definitely a lot better than the previous film. And, you know, it does, and the end of it, despite how bittersweet it is, does give...
Oh, Kevin Feige!
set up
Wow.
for a good third,
Sorry.
it does give some good potential setup for a third movie.
It's so interesting seeing Avi Arad and
Well-
Kevin Feige here, but yeah, about that third movie, Dwibs.
Yeah,
And-
we'll get to that eventually.
You're done, Dwibs?
Yeah, I'm done.
Alright, I'll go next. Yeah, this is fine. I forgot exactly what was my thought for the first X-Men movie, but this one, like I said, it was the first one I actually saw. It's fine for what it is. It's a product of its time, so some things have aged not as gracefully as others. But overall, like I said, it's fine. Maybe there's the fact that not every mutant has his or her own time to shine. Some of them get, sidelined pretty quickly, like, say, Cyclops, Colossus, or Iceman. Iceman doesn't do that much in this movie, for example. But unfortunately, that's what you get to do when you have, like, 2-hour movie, but you have like a gajillion characters to handle at the same time, and you have to establish almost all of them. So that's the scale that you have to choose. As for everything else, the conflict is decent enough. Stryker as a villain is fine in a way to showcase, a villain that is not a rehash of Magneto. Speaking of which, Magneto's incorporation with the story as a hentai hero, but with his own agenda, is perfectly fine as well. That strike was kind of a waste, just there. Hey, I'm in the movie, also I'm dead. So, whatever. For the supposed partial explanation of Wolverine's backstory, this obviously wasn't that much. So I can see why they wanted to make X-Men Origins Wolverine at some point in the future. But we'll get to that, obviously. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is fine. As a early 2000s superhero movie, is perfectly fine and much better than all the movies that were coming out at the same time, like Daredevil, for example. Anyway, next, Jova.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit, this movie has aged a bit. Like, I still find this a good movie, but I'll admit, it does feel like the quiet moments can drag a bit. Not to say that they're all bad, but I'll admit, part of me does like some bits of X-Men Free the Last Stand better than this movie, in the sense of, this movie, I feel, is the best when it comes to actually establishing the X-Men universe, establishing new characters. X-Men Free, I feel like, is the movie that did the best job actually working with all those characters as well, and I'm talking about the original trilogy, mind you. I'm not including all the...
Huh? Did. That's new to me.
What? Well, okay. I'll sum it up when I get to it, but to sum it up, X-Men Free is quite possibly the most superhero feeling of this trilogy. Like, that's not to say that this doesn't feel good, it's just like, well, it doesn't feel all that superhero-like. I mean, it's like Teo said, not all the characters really get their time to shine. Some characters are just there, and Lady Deathstrike, yeah.
That's all. Like I said, that's ultimately the problem with handling an X-Men property. The TV series manages to get away with this, one, by having a cast of characters relatively little to work with, and two, being extended across a lot of time, which gave them a lot of time to work for each character and potentially introducing new ones here and there. Unfortunately, for a movie format, this doesn't work that much.
I'm not going to say that this is a bad movie. It's just like,
Fox,
yeah.
If Fox started with the Origins program and did not fucked up with Wolverine, started with that, and then culminated with the X-Men movies, similar to what the MCU started with the Avengers movie, it probably would have turned out much better. So it probably was a problem of direction behind it, and then something tells me that Fox wasn't planning on the long run. Obviously, it was just wanting a quick buck with this, which. Reminder, for the time being, this is perfectly understandable, if you ask me, because there wasn't a concept of cinematic universe planned on the very long run. Like, for all I know, they were just planning the trilogy and then be done with it. So, anyway, continue, Jova.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you guys put it. It's like, well, this movie is definitely aged, but it's a product of its time. It's still definitely a very good movie, though. Like, the acting is nice and pristine. The music is far more memorable. The effects have touched up some more. Admittedly, some still look a bit awkward, but hey, it's 2003. What you gonna do? The plot is rather intricate here and there. I feel like this movie just could have used a bit more action to, be an X-Men superhero movie. Like, yes, there is technically action, but not what I'd call superhero action. Like, not many powers versus powers bits here and there. Which, yeah, it is another one of the government is evil stories, but in a sense it actually works, seeing as how, hey, the guy is sort of working a bit off the record here and there. I do like some of the messages it sets up. Again, part of the issue is that a lot of the messages that this movie sets up weren't followed through properly, which...
Nope.
Yeah. Again, I'd say that this movie is good. It's just... Again, it's aged a bit, and yeah, I know as controversial as it is, I feel like X-Men Free does a bit of a better job actually working with all the powers, whereas here it feels like...
Well, we'll see Dwibs and Jova when we'll get to that.
Yeah. As whereas with here, of course, we got the recurring issue with Jean Grey and her many powers of convenience here and there. Like, seriously, why the hell does...
And the usefulness in the plot fluctuating a lot.
Yeah, here. And Storm, while she's more awesome, doesn't get to do as much as you would think she should do here and there. But hey, what you gonna do? It's still definitely a good movie, and one I would recommend. You know, it's funny you mentioned this being your first X-Men movie, Teo. This is also my first X-Men movie. So
I forgot if I pointed out clearly enough, but basically, as for myself, I don't hate the X-Men in general, despite my frustration for Jean Grey maybe, but I'm just not their biggest fan. I wasn't caring too much about their reading, their comic book runs, for example, or something. Since we're technically part of it, as Inkar mentioned, I really like the Exiles runs. Even the more absurd one near the end, so there's that. But the traditional X-Men or Excalibur, not so much.
Uh-huh. Also, Dwibs, what were you saying was your first X-Men movie?
The first one.
Ah. Keen.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, actually,
Anyway.
I kind of ended up seeing the first X-Men movie after Wolverine Origins.
Yes.
That was an interesting experience, to say the least. But yeah, this movie is a good time here and there. It may not be my favorite X-Men movie, but it's still one that I can come back to fondly.
All right.
Yeah, that was X2 X-Men United, and join us next time for
X-Men: The Last Stand.
It's ironic,
See ya.
seeing as how I actually remember that one a bit more fondly, but we'll get to that when we get to that. See you then.
Yeah.
See ya.